Detective Comics 953, James Tynion the fourth writing, and Christian Juice and Fernando Blanco on art. So this was the next part of the League of Shadows, and we got more stuff with Cassie Kane and Shiva, and we got the Shadows kind of enacting the next step in their big plan to take over Gotham. As well as, I love the opening scene because Montoya brings Gordon back from his vacation. He's like, I went the weekend to play golf or whatever he says,
and he's in his Hawaiian shirt.
Gordon in a Hawaiian shirt is my favorite thing.
Yeah, but she pulls him onto a helicopter and she's briefing him what's going on. And when he gets on the helicopter, Batman and Batwoman are there to brief him, and it's the police are after him. But Gordon, of course, knows that Batman's not behind this.
Yeah.
So I like that relationship still persists and that it's all in secret. But so the gist of this one is that Cassie is still kind of obsessed with Shiva. She's watching the footage and she has a really great heart-to-heart with Clayface, who sort of talks about how he used to not be able to portray his feelings and communicate well. So he started using other people's words, and he hands a Shakespeare play, and he's like, I'm supposed to keep you here. I'm babysitting duty, but it's not really that unbelievable if you could get past me. So,
yeah. This is probably my favorite bit of the issue. Actually, this interaction. I think, like Matt said at the start of the show, the Tinions made us care about Clayface, and that you can put Clayface in a room with Cassie and have this interaction is just fantastic.
Yeah, it's great. And she goes out and Batman catches her, and Batman's like, you shouldn't go running off to Shiva, and Cassie's like, well, it's time to fight then. And Bruce doesn't fight back. He tries to just kind of stop her, but he of course gets the shit kicked out of him, and he's left hanging off a gargoyle as Cassie runs off. Who she then fights Shiva, and I mean it's not Times Square because it's Gotham, but it's essentially Times Square.
Yeah. We had to come up with a Gotham name for that. That sounds like Times Square, Crime Square.
Crime Square. There you go.
There you go.
Crime Square. And they have this fight. One of the things I love about this fight scene though is when they're talking to each other. There's these panels where they do this effect where it's all the lights of all the billboards and screens behind them out of focus, and it gives it this.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
It's great. It gives it this very. It feels almost like they're in Tokyo kind of thing. I'm thinking of Lost in Translation almost.
Yeah, like a neon washover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
And then I love when they actually go into the fight, everything disappears. It's just white background. None of that matters anymore, that background. It's just the fight.
They're hyper-focused.
Yeah.
But it's an emotional fight because Cassie's fighting to prove herself, but she won't fight to kill. And Shiva's like, if you're not going to fight to kill, don't bother fighting me, girl.
She's not even fighting at all. If you look at it, she's just blocking the blows. I don't think she actually. I don't think she lands a single. I don't think she strikes out at all. Actually.
All right, so you guys are familiar with rope-a-dope, right? In boxing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I would love. That's how this ends. Is Cassie just basically defeats Shiva without having with only needing to land one blow, right? And she rope-a-dopes her, just constantly blocking, and then basically does to Shiva what she did to her in the first issue, where she nerve pinched her and shut her down. I think that could be really cool.
That could be fun. And meanwhile, this is going on. The League of Shadows shows up at the belfry. Beats the shit out of Clayface. There's just clumps of clay lying around when Batwoman shows up later, and then Batwoman gets stabbed, full on stabbed in front of her father, because the assassin is like, yeah, Shiva told us to make sure you could see this, and then stabs Kate.
And make it slow.
Yeah, it's brutal. It really feels like the stakes are turning up. These are a formidable foe, and they're doing all this stuff.
Oh, and they feel completely different than the League of Assassins. Making them their own distinct thing, I think, is really cool. Because I rewatched Batman Begins earlier this week, or last week. I can't remember when I watched it, but they use them interchangeable there, and I think it's easier. It's easy to do that, but I think Tynion here making them distinct organizations is really cool.
Yeah, and Batman hears Alfred be distressed over the comms, so he rushes off back to the Batcave. He sees the screens. He sees Clayface's beat. He sees orphans down in Crime Square. I'm keeping that. That's sticking. And he sees Kate Kane's been stabbed at the belfry, and he's like, no. And then we get the big cliffhanger. The issue is Ra's al Ghul is in the Batcave to see Bruce
and his henchman, who I haven't seen in forever. I don't know if he was just created for the animated series, but I think his name's Ubu. I can't remember.
But I love that. I mean, it might not be, but I love the idea that he's here because Shiva's a common enemy. And
that's what I get. He knows exactly what's going on. He's gone, all right, Bruce, come on. We need to do this. We need to sort this out together.
Yeah. Where's that little tyke who beat me up and his cousin a couple of weeks ago?
Yep.
My little troublesome grandson. But no, I thought it was a really good show. I thought everything was like heightening the stakes. And something as simple as like bringing Gordon in to like have him in the loop of everything that's going on, so that there's someone on the force other than Montoya that's like on their side, and it felt like everything was like heightening. I'm loving this arc. This arc's been really, really good.
Yep.
Yeah, this whole series has been fantastic.
It has.
This is the type of Batman I love to read. Like, there's multiple characters going on. You feel Gotham as a whole, and then you throw Ra's al Ghul in there, and with a common enemy, it's fantastic.
That's great.
And it's Ubu. I knew I remember that. It was one of my favorite toys as a kid. That's why.